What's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be installing a carbon fiber intake on the SRT. Time to get rid of some of these packages and clear out the living room. So I got a carbon fiber intake from aFe Power. I'm not sure if I want to put this piece on yet. I might get this clear coated because I'm pretty sure it's gel coated just like everything else that comes with carbon. I might throw this on. If it's easy, I put it on. If it's not, I'll keep it off. That's what we went with. aFe. We got some clamps for the intake. We got the actual filter. I want to say this is okay, pre-oiled. I didn't get the dry one where we have to oil up. And then here is the box saying for the intake. We got some stickers. That's not the one we got. We got the actual carbon, not the forged one, but there's the warranty. We got some license plate frames. No idea what this is. And then we got this little piece for the box, I'm assuming. So yeah, let's go out there and take out the stock one and try to figure this one out. If you see one of my previous videos, you've seen that we installed the Mishimoto radiator and some Bono Specialty silicone hoses. So if you haven't watched that video already, tap it in. Got some fire content coming. But first step first of this install for the intake, we just got to remove the old one first. And I did notice that this is part of that Pumpy Star alarm. I noticed that when we installed that. I was like, what the hell? I ain't never seen this before. Unconnect everything. I want to say we need an 8mm because aFe was nice enough to provide instructions, like really detailed, pictured. So yeah, we got to disconnect the temperature sensor, 8mm to get this off the throttle body. Watch me, I have it in my tools and I got it. So yeah, we got an 8mm. It looks like there's gonna be 4. Yeah, I'm tripping. It's just this clamp right here that we're taking off. We're not taking off the actual throttle body. Just one little screw. You can use a flathead too, honestly. Disconnect the temperature sensor and then you remove this one little screw right here, and then it should disconnect from the throttle body. Like so. You see that? We got the throttle body right now. After that, we want to disconnect the CCV line from the engine somewhere right here. Seems straightforward. Remove the factory intake. Carefully pull the factory intake tube away from the throttle body. Yank this from the box. And I want to say this is just like clipped in. We gonna find out. Yeah, we're just pulling up on it and it's coming off like so. I think my alarm is going off because I'm hitting my car. So there's that. Let's take this box off. We're gonna use some of these grommets to put on the aftermarket one. The stock one don't look too terrible. It is dirty though. Damn. I haven't looked at the instructions yet, but I'm pretty sure this has to get removed as well. Yeah, my hands are gonna get dirty. That's why I paid Damien to do it. What is this called? I brought out the gloves out. So it looks like there's a clip. Try to zoom it in. There's a clip on this box. That's what's stopping me. I honestly might cut it off, to be real. This box does have to get removed, and then we got to take off these 2 clips right here. One's already missing, and then we got to lift up this little grommet piece. Got that factory box removed. It's over there. So now I got this plastic pry removal tool, and I'm just gonna take off this clip. All this has been taken off a bunch of time from the headlights and just getting work done on the car. So I don't have all my clips. I'm gonna set this to the side. And then for this, oh shit, you will have little clips, little green clips like that. You can use that same tool to remove a bunch of these. I want to say you're gonna pull it up till about right here. This part's real easy. You just grab your little, get on the clip and just lift up, and it all pops out. According to the instructions, we're gonna install the coupling and the clamps. I'm gonna put that logo up top in between, and then we're gonna grab the clamps. There's 2, there's a big one and a small one. Looks like we're gonna need the bigger one. There's that. And then the next step is to transfer the 3 factory grommets. And I'm only seeing 2, my boy, what the hell? And my luck, it's broke. Yeah, I'm missing the 3rd on mine. So I'm gonna take off these 2 though. I'm assuming the 3rd one went right here. Yeah, I'm missing that one. Got that track series. I'm gonna try to put them, which one looks more important? I'm gonna put this one right here, I guess. Kind of like even it out. What's the next step, boss? Install the air filter in the housing. Place the filter in the opening at the top. Make sure the air filter locks into place. Place the clamp over the flange. Position it as shown as F. Do not tighten it at this time. Install the trim seal around the housing. That's the best that grommet is gonna get. Got the filter in. All the grommets are transferred. 22 super seal tapping. Back to the factory intake. We gotta remove this, the temperature sensor. We gotta transfer this over to the aFe one. And it says to twist it counterclockwise. When you're transferring this temperature sensor to the aFe, make sure not to damage or that you even have an O-ring right here. Be careful not to pinch it, because if you see, damn it, I got one hand. When I push down, well, earlier in the garage, some of the O-ring was out. Twist it counter and it should lock, but it ain't locking. Oh, there it goes. Now we got the temperature sensor transferred over. Move on to the next step. The intake tube to the housing. We're gonna use this other clamp, put this on the box. I made it way harder than it should have been. When you install this filter, make sure it snaps around the actual box. I was struggling to fight it. As you guys seen in the previous clips, I had to cut the camera off and do this and lock in. Back to the actual car. We're gonna remove this 6.4 cover. Just pull up and it should come off. I'm not sure if you need to take off the oil cap. And take that boy out. Now what we're gonna do is remove this hose. And then we're gonna push this one in there. I'm pretty sure they're the same size on both sides. These little provided clamps go over that. There wasn't a clamp on the stock one, but the clamp in this picture is different than the one they provided me. But I'm pretty sure this clamp goes to that though. I couldn't get the clamp on. I'm use the other clamp. Hopefully it'll fit on this side, because it did not fit on that side. I tried it. Now we can attach the box and it should all mount up with those factory pins. All right, I got it in for the most part. I had to adjust some things because I'm missing a lot of clips to the reservoir. So a lot of stuff was in the way, but I managed to get it in here. It's clipped in on the body. So now I'm just tightening down the clamps. Once you tighten everything down, you can go ahead and connect your temperature sensors and stuff back together. And then your hose will go right here. I'll go ahead and grab these. Damn it, I just scratched the fuck out of my intake. God damn. You see on this end, it's not in all the way. So make sure everything's secure. There's no leaks and whatnot. Let's see if I can do it with what we're working with right now, or if we have to take anything apart. But after you tighten everything down and connect everything, you can pretty much put your stuff back on, your valve cover. Ended up getting it on. Had to take the clamp all the way off. Now I'm about to put the clamp on. I guess this is just an extra bracket that aFe supplied. This is the stock part that we took off. I guess we no longer use it because there is a hole on the intake, as you guys can see, and it just clips in right there and it sits like that. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna flash on so you guys can see. So that's how it gets its airflow. Now we're just gonna clip everything back in that we took off. This one fell down in the engine bay, dog. I cannot find it. I might get under the car and look for it, but make sure everything's tightened down. I did manage to scratch it kind of deep. You can't see it from sitting this end, but I can polish this little one out right here. I'm missing a clip to this reservoir, so it kind of sits on the intake. That's how she looks. It does look amazing in here. Carbon with the green. Woo! Boy, I don't know if I want to cam this thing this year or wait till next year. I definitely do want to cam this one day. We're gonna go for a little test drive now, see if we hear anything different. We're gonna get a close up, but before we can do that, I gotta move the Prius. I did buff out some of that darkness right here, so now you can't really tell much, and I buffed out some on the bumper too. Windows are finally done. I don't have to wait for it to cure. You guys seen on the car reveal video, there was like kind of bubbling. You kind of gotta let the tint cure, and then all of it goes away with the heat. The water and stuff goes away, and it lays flat because it kind of looked bubbly in that video. Damien's got to come back out here because it's leaking coolant again. I don't think it's from him. I want to say this little black thing has raised up. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I haven't driven it to last weekend. Like when he installed this was last time I drove this car. I'm not gonna go far. I'm just gonna test this out, see if it sounds any different, see if it seems faster. And this part is him, because goddamn, he took off this damn hood thing and now I don't want to close properly. Gotta slam that motherfucker. Nobody's ever gonna buy a stock intake, so I might as well keep this just in case I need to part out, and I do plan on selling the car. There's RPMs and I'm at 125. I should be straight. I don't want to let it idle for too long. You know how Mopars are when they idle for a long time. They're gonna get to ticking. I ain't driven it in a while, so you hear my brakes. Do y'all's Hemis, watch, it might slip first. It usually like jerks and revs up really high and jerks to second. Off the bat, I don't really hear nothing different. What are we looking at gas wise? We good on gas. I ain't filled up in a minute, it seems like. I hear a difference, and it's probably like a mind thing where, oh, it feels faster. I'm not gonna tell you guys it feels faster, but I definitely don't hear nothing. Let me put the windows up, matter of fact. Maybe I'll hear it a little bit better with the windows up, but it's kind of hard to hear in general because my shit's so loud. Yeah, it's hard to hear if I hear anything. I definitely don't hear anything. It's a looks wise, I would say. Like I said, I do plan on getting this thing cammed and stuff eventually. I just don't want to drop all that money on the cam, labor, pay like over $1,000 to tune. It probably costs like $3-4 grand to cam it. I'm not sure. I never built a car before. That's just what I'm estimating it to be. But I do also have a factory warranty still. Not a factory warranty, an extended warranty that I paid when I refinanced the car. I paid like $3,000 for extended warranty. And like I said, my first gear, it kind of slips. Kind of to be expected, bro. I got over 130,000 miles. I got my radar and I can't tell by headlights. Let me go to the spot where I always record my videos at. Oh yeah, that ain't a cop. Well, I ain't driven this car in so long, it feels good. Like jumping out of the Prius into this, like it's a game changer, bro. Like how much cars like make me happy, dog. Little speed bump, jump popping. I miss this thing. I only drive it on the weekends now that I got the Prius. Like I get my daughter on the weekends, so like she enjoys this car. She always tells me, why don't you drive your Jeep? Why don't you drive your Jeep? She don't understand how expensive these gas prices are. Backup camera still don't work. Still gotta drop this car off at the body shop to get it repainted. I kind of blasted him, not really blasted him. Someone just recommended his body shop and I was like, I don't know, I don't really recommend it. He said he'll fix it, but I just haven't had time to bring it back up there, which is honest. I've been busy. Now I got this Igla. I got to figure out valet mode so I don't have to tell him my code to the car. Because if you get your car serviced or whatever, there's like a little key that you keep in the car where they don't have to use the code. But yeah, I'm gonna get out, see if it leaks. That's how she's looking with them clear tails. Let me know how you guys like these tails. I'm in love with these tails. I think this exhaust tips and the tails is just tied in perfect. I do need to get a carbon fiber Black Ops wing up there. I'm not sure if I want to do the mid wing yet, but I know that top wing will kind of tie in that rear very well. Don't know if I want to switch up these wheels. I know I want welds for sure, but it's just kind of hard to trade. I'm trying to trade those 22s that I got in the garage because nobody wants to buy them with cash, which is surprisingly easy. Yeah, she leaking bad. Let's go home because we just took it out the garage. But I'm gonna pop the hood real quick and see if it's leaking from where I think it's leaking. It's leaking from somewhere. It's all wet up here now. Yeah, I'm not sure where she's leaking at, but we gonna go to the crib before I run out of coolant, even though I got some in the car. I can hear the coolant cycling. Damn it, my hood is open still. I want to do some pulls. I gotta get out of the car. I guess there's a service bulletin on these paddle shifters because I know my trans is low-key hurting, but I thought these paddle shifters was a part of the trans problem. So sometimes when I'm trying to upshift, it downshifts, which is really annoying. Like say I'm cruising in second at a low speed and I'm trying to shift to third, it'll downshift to first and I'll look real fucking retarded. And sometimes I'll be in third and then I'll try to upshift to fourth and it'll shift to third. Chill. Probably coolant going everywhere in my engine bay right now. But yeah, I don't hear no difference. I thought I would hear a difference. I don't at all. But it is a beautiful day. It's Friday as I'm recording this video. I'm gonna go around this car. But I don't see it. And I don't want to break the law. You know, I listen to the law. I follow instructions while my seatbelt is going off. Oh, there we go. Ooh! Cut you off. There is coolant everywhere. I can't figure out where it's leaking from, but it's coming up. I don't think it's from the hoses. It could possibly be. I don't know. All that water coming out my exhaust. That motor healthy, boy. Show you guys some behind the scenes on how I edit my videos. I use Sony Vegas Pro. What number is this? 15. I've always used Sony Vegas since like 7 years ago. I started back on like 10 or 9, but I edit, import, drag them on my computer, import them in here. I also edit my audio with Audacity, so I import the audio right here and I add some effects to make my audio sound cleaner, if you guys are curious, and then I import them in Sony Vegas. So my videos aren't perfect. I just edit them to make them look perfect, and where I pause or if I stutter, if I say the wrong word, I'll cut it out. So right here you guys see me split. That's what these lines are. They're split. So right here I paused and I'll play it back, the original, to get this off the throttle, this off the throttle body. So I'm gonna delete that gap where I paused, or if I stuttered or said the wrong thing, and I'll drag them close together. And if I play it again, to get this off the throttle body. So you heard that? So let me play that again. To get this off the throttle body. You see how that sounded cleaner than to get this off the throttle body? That's some little behind the scenes, you know? This junk takes hours. This is just 2 imported clips, and I got a lot more to import. This is just what I imported on my computer. This ain't even half the clips. I still gotta import and edit. I got the camera lens. This is like a 10 through 18 or 20 something. It's considered like a fisheye lens or something like that. I like wide angle vlogs. So I'm kind of showing y'all, I'm getting off track. It's like wide angle. It gets a lot of what I need, like my face by sitting up close. Like this is right in front of the computer screen and you can see my phone. I don't even know my phone, my computer still. So this is a perfect vlog lens. I'm just waiting on an SD card because I cannot record to take pictures. Damn, I set the phone down. I cannot record or take pictures without that SD card. After I bought this camera, I waited like a week or 2 on Amazon and it was still out of stock. So I went to eBay and bought one, but it just came from Canada. So shipping is taking way longer than it should. I want to say the SD cards were out of stock for the longest because of what Trump started with the war and shit. Like, you know how graphics cards and storage for like computers go for like triple and double prices now? Like that's the same shit that's happening with SD cards and shit for the storage and blah, blah, blah for the cameras. Like, that shit is crazy. Like I just checked on Amazon and those SD cards that I bought, they usually go for around $270, $250. Right now they're going for like $5 something. Luckily I did buy on eBay before that price change, because hell no. That's gonna be me when I get my damn SD card. You see how wide angle it is? And I can zoom it out more. I'm gonna need y'all to like this video right now. Subscribe if you ain't. Follow me on TikTok, IG, all of that. Because I've been editing since like 7 o'clock. It's almost 3. I skipped going outside, turning up to edit this vlog right here. This vlog is like 17 minutes long. It's gonna be like 18 by the time I import all these clips. That down there is gonna be the next video. I'm gonna wrap this shit up right here though. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys.